Welcome to the Ophthalmological Society of Kenya virtual conference 2020. It's great that you're logged in and joined us. And with me, my name is Dr. Frederick Korir. I'm the chairman of OSK. And we have
I'm a council member of the OSK.
And Dr. Mushai Gashago, former chair of the OSK and a current council member.
So at the beginning of this year, we had great dreams and we started organizing for a conference in Mombasa. We envisioned ourselves swimming in the warm oceans of Mombasa. We wanted to be kissed by the sun in Mombasa and swim and enjoy ourselves as we discussed ophthalmology. However, COVID struck and it struck hard, and we had to think. Thanks to the many members who responded to our survey, and you gave us direction. And the council decided that we will go virtual this year, and that's why we are here. So welcome. The theme for this year is Blindness Eradication Beyond Vision 2020. Over the last 20 years, we've been working very hard as eye care workers in the world to eradicate blindness as a global initiative. And we want to look back. It's the year 2020. We want to look back what we've been able to achieve. How do we move forward from here? And we have lined up great speakers to take us through this journey. And we have a great mix of speakers from own local speakers, international speakers. And we thank you for sending all those abstracts. And we have interesting panel discussions with selected people to help us digest this material. We have over 400 participants who have logged in from all over the world in several countries in Africa and Europe, India, and all of you are welcome. I know some of you are logged at very different hours and sacrificing to watch these sessions. Please familiarize yourself with the Wova app. It's a very rich virtual experience platform. For you to be able to see all the sessions, go to your agenda. And if you're using the app on the phone, just go below at the bottom of your screen, and you're able to see the agenda. Click on that, and every session you will click on it when it's ready, and you'll be able to watch it. Take time and visit our sponsors booth. They have interesting materials there for you to educate yourself and familiarize yourself with the materials that they have to offer. This year, OSK has done quite a number of things, and I just want us to recap them. And one of the things, at the beginning of the year when COVID struck, we came up with the COVID guidelines along with other societies. And it's up in the website, and you can be able to download it and look at it. We used the lessons learned from different countries which COVID struck early to come up with all those guides. We've had a number of virtual CMEs, and it's been a rich experience through the Zoom platform, and I want to thank OEXA who extended their account for us to enable to have all these discussions throughout. A lot of our members got inadequate CPD points to renew their licenses. Our website, if you haven't visited it lately, please do. We have revamped it, and as a member, you're able to populate your website with your picture and your profile for people to be able to access it and locate you. Please visit the website one more time and populate it. We also have downloadable useful things on the website. On the download sections, we have guidelines, and some of the documents that are going to be launched today will be on the website. So please pay a visit to it. Check your subscriptions as well, membership application. You can go there and check your subscription as well. We have a good social media presence at the moment. We are on Facebook. And I think as we're going to discuss, everything now has to be patient-centered. And we have to discuss and educate patients on eye care things. And I think as OSK, being on the social platform is important. So we're on Facebook and on Instagram and all other, and Twitter and all other social media. So please like our pages, on follow, and all this material also will be available on YouTube. So like our page, subscribe for all this material. Recently, we had newspaper articles as well as a society to educate people on the different cadres of eye care, some useful things for the public in general. We've had stakeholder meetings with NHIF, that is National Health Insurance Fund in Kenya. And this is basically to try and harmonize eye care and so that we use this useful resource for the people of Kenya. So we are having very useful engagements with the NHIF as well. We also are working with Kenya Health Federation in our business committee to raise issues and advocate for eye care as well. We have new committees and some of our members have already applied, and all these committees are in the website. So please log in. If you're interested in participating in any of our committees, you're more than welcome. Finally, this virtual conference is hopefully one of our biggest events of this year. And we have over 400 delegates. And I'd say that's one of the biggest achievements of OSK this year. Again, I'd just like to say that COVID has really struck, and it struck hard, and we have lost doctors. I just want us to pay just a few minutes of silence to some of the healthcare workers that we have lost. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank all the speakers who are going to participate in this session for sending their abstracts and taking their time to do all the video recordings. Some of them are international, and I'd just like to welcome them the next time we have a physical conference here. I'd like to thank all the sponsors who have sponsored this conference. I particularly want to mention Allergan, who are our platinum sponsor. And this is the third year in a row that they have really strongly supported us. I'd like to thank the scientific committee under the leadership of Dr. Nyawera Mwangi. They have done a beautiful job getting all the abstracts together and arranging it in a manner that we can enjoy it and synthesize and understand them much better. I'd like to thank all the other reviewers who helped the scientific committee looking at the abstracts and putting everything together. I'd like to thank Tim Tilvera, Mudhoni Mushai. They've done a beautiful job coordinating all this, and I'd like to say a big thank you. I'd like to say thank you also to all our members for supporting the new council. We've gotten very good support from all of you as OSK. Thank you for the wise counsel of the older ophthalmologists guiding us the critical decisions that we have to make. So thank you. I'd like to say stay safe during this time when there's coronavirus in your practices as well. One last time, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to Kenya for the physical conference, to all those international delegates who are online. Thank you. And with all these few remarks, I'd like to say and declare the OSK 2020 virtual conference officially open. Over to you, Mushai.
Thank you so much, Dr. Korir, for that excellent introduction and for officially opening this conference. Definitely very excited to be here, to be doing this virtually. We said 2020 will not be the year that OSK does not have a conference. So looking at 2019, I mean, that's where we are coming from. Yeah. I mean, last year we had an excellent conference. This was hosted at the Lake Naivasha. We had about 150 delegates, about 30 or so exhibitors, and it was our biggest conference yet. And we're not sure what a virtual conference would look like. And as Dr. Korir has mentioned, this year we have over 400 delegates. So this is going to be our biggest conference yet. And I think that's very exciting. Last year we had it was a 3-day conference opening up with a pre-conference cocktail, and we had excellent attendance. And Dr. Hilary Rono was our keynote speaker. Having just completed his PhD, he had a lot of fresh knowledge to share with us. And we had several speakers last year coming from Kenya, and we had speakers coming all the way from France, from Germany. And so the OSK conference is gaining traction. This year, I think we have international speakers coming from India, from Canada. So I think Congress is gaining traction, and I'm happy to see that 2020 sees us gaining and keeping the momentum we have had so far. This year, I think we have a total of 33 speakers. So get ready for an exciting session. What sessions are you particularly looking forward to?
I think today's sessions for me are very, very interesting. This is an area which a lot of times when we are practicing, we tend to overlook. You know, this is the big picture when we are practicing ophthalmology. We're looking at the World Vision Report. What does it mean? What does it mean to me as an ophthalmologist who is practicing? Is there anything I need to change? We're looking at glaucoma guidelines. How is it going to change our practice? Will I have to shift some of the drugs I'm using at the moment? I think all those topics today are really interesting, and I'm looking forward to the panel discussions because we have, I think, very good, interesting discussions later on.
All right.
Yeah.
2019 sees us going virtual, which means inclusivity. Dr. Nderito, as a council member in charge of members in the diaspora, what do you think this move to virtual conferencing and online CMEs has done for members outside Nairobi in terms of their access to conferences and CMEs that are traditionally held in Nairobi?
Yeah, thank you for the question. I'm really happy to be here. I'm really excited by this move to virtual conference. For sure, for diaspora, it's a huge step in the right direction. Previously, we had to physically move to whatever location the conference was. That entailed expenses, being away from work and family. So this is really adding value to the members who are outside the capital city, because then we're able to benefit from our colleagues, from international speakers, from the comfort of our homes or our offices. So this is definitely the way to go.
Excellent, excellent. So looking at this conference's highlights for the day, we shall, of course, be virtual. We will have a live stream and panel discussions. So be on your device, whether it's your phone, your iPad, your laptop, and engage through the Hover app. You'll take time to explore it, look through the tabs, take time to chat with your colleagues and ask questions from the panelists, from the presenters. We have said we have over 300, actually 400 registered delegates. And the exciting thing about this conference is that you will have access to all the material through the Hover app for the next 3 months. So if you're in one breakout session, you don't have to kill yourself wondering what happened in the other, on the other stream. You'll be able to access it right from the minute the presentations happen for up to 3 months after the conference. So that's a huge add from doing it virtually on the Hover platform. So today's speakers, we have our keynote speaker, Dr. Dan Kiage, who is a celebrated ophthalmologist, not just in Kenya, but beyond. He's an ophthalmologist and a glaucoma specialist. He's a medical director at the Kisii Eye Hospital, which is a social enterprise that has done much for eye care, especially in the western region of Kenya. He studied his ophthalmology at University of Nairobi and proceeded to do his glaucoma fellowship in Ottawa, Canada, and is currently, as I've said, he's a director at the Kisii Eye Hospital. He will be talking about the Kenya National Glaucoma Guidelines and what we should be doing as far as glaucoma is concerned. And I think that should be interesting because I think we all see glaucoma patients in our own practices, and it would be good to know what the national guidelines recommend. They've been worked on for several years, and we are really excited that they're out and we have this chance to discuss them. Our next speaker for the day will be Dr. Michael Gishangi, who is also an ophthalmologist and public health expert. He is currently the head of the Ophthalmic Services Unit in the Ministry of Health, Kenya. He studied his ophthalmology in Kenya at the University of Nairobi and has done an MSc in public health in eye care and a fellowship in global health leadership. And I think he will have a lot to say when he talks about the Kenya National Strategic Plan for Eye Care, looking at the years 2020 to 2025, because our theme is looking for what we can do in terms of eye care beyond 2020. 2020 has been the big theme that has been pushed by the World Health Organization. So as Kenya, what are we looking to do beyond 2020 and therefore going all the way into 2025? And I think that should really spur us forward as we look forward to what kind of practice we shall be engaging in over the next couple of years. Our third presenter for the day will be Professor Karimorio. And I think anybody who's been in ophthalmology in Kenya will know Professor. He's been at the University of Nairobi as a lecturer, as a senior lecturer, as a professor of ophthalmology for the past 25 years. And his experience is vast. And he'll be talking about the move from clinical practice, research, and what his lessons has been currently as an educator. He did his ophthalmology at the University of Nairobi and an MSc in public health in eye care and a PhD in ophthalmology from Melbourne, Australia. And we have definitely a lot to learn from Professor Karimorio and really look forward to his upcoming presentation. So what are you looking forward to in terms of strategic plan for Kenya, in terms of human resource? Where have we come from as Kenya in terms of human resource development? And where do you see us going in the next couple of years? And Judy can tell us what she sees in terms of the technology that has been invested in ophthalmology in Kenya, equipment, hardware, going forward. Where do you see us going?
All right. Thank you, Dr. Mushahi. I think what we're mentioning is just the pillars of Vision 2020 and what we've been able to achieve. In terms of human resource, I think I'd like to congratulate University of Nairobi, having trained so many ophthalmologists. It became a WHO regional training center, and it's trained a lot of people, not just in Kenya, but also around Africa. So we have trained a lot of ophthalmologists. All of us here, I think, are products of that system, and and there've been a lot of sponsorship also from a lot of NGOs to support some of these students. So I think we've come a long way. KMTC also has trained ophthalmic clinical officers who are out there doing cataract surgeries, at least to increase our cataract surgical rate. Also, I think moving forward, I think in Kenya, we're going to have possibly more training centers for ophthalmologists. And I'm looking forward for more university maybe thinking and starting it. I know that's on the pipeline. I don't want to preempt it, but I look at that's the future, that where we're going. Yeah.
Dr. Ndrito, in terms of technology in ophthalmology, what are your thoughts?
Ophthalmology has come a long way in Kenya in the past few years. 10 years ago, it was pretty challenging for our patients to get a straight vitrectomy. But now we have so many facilities offering like vitrectomy services, laser services. There are a lot of facilities outside the capital city that are offering cataract surgical services. I also must admit that the quality of cataract surgical services is improving. So, because we're targeting to be at least in the WHO, class where all patients, are better than 618 on the first post-operative day. And I think if we all work towards that, then we can get there. So, there are so many more facilities offering, OCT, OCTA services, which we only, could used to hear of a couple of years ago. So, ophthalmology in Kenya is definitely making big strides now, and we're looking forward to world-class care in the next few years.
Excellent, excellent. Very positive remarks. So that is an overview of what's going to be happening on day one. Day two, we have our breakout sessions. That will be tomorrow, the 28th of November, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. So the conference does not end today. Make sure you log in tomorrow and take advantage of the breakout sessions. We'll be having 3 live streams running, and this will be public health. For those of you that are more public health interest, we'll have another stream on retina and anterior segment. And I'm excited that retina and anterior segment come together at this point in time, because as retina people, often managing complications from the anterior segment. So it's good that we sit in the same room and hash it out. And then we have glaucoma and pediatrics, which is apt actually, because a lot of congenital glaucoma we are seeing today, and I think it's good that these people discuss it in one forum. So we'll have several presenters in the breakout sessions tomorrow. The videos are ready for streaming once you log on from 9 o'clock in the morning, and we will have presenters, lots of them local, an OSK conference, the Ophthalmological Society of Kenya, and I'm happy that a lot of our presenters are from Kenya and taking advantage of this platform to present their work, because we've always known there are people working hard in Nairobi, in the periphery, doing useful work, and it's good that they get to share it here with us. But we shall also have a couple of international presenters, and that adds value to the OSK conference. And there will be varied and interesting topics, and I really urge you to log on tomorrow morning from 9 a.m. And join the breakout sessions. Join the breakout session you're interested in. If you have presentations in other streams that you're interested in, you can always switch from one stream to the next. And all material will be available for 3 months after the conference. So you can always go back to a breakout session, go back to the main plenary session, and listen to that you missed out on. And I think that's excellent. So I'll hand over to Dr. Ndirito, who can give us a word on the sponsorship of this conference.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Mushai. So I'd like to welcome you again to our annual OSK virtual conference. We are really excited to be here. We're excited to be going virtual this year. Welcome to my fellow Kenyans and to those who are outside Kenya. So I'll start by thanking our sponsors this year. Our platinum sponsor, Allergan, thank you so much for your support. You've been with us through all our 3 conferences, and we're very grateful for your support. We'd also like to thank our gold sponsors. That would be Bayer, Novartis, and Sai Pharmaceuticals. We're very grateful to have you on board. Thank you for helping us make this possible. Thanks also to our silver sponsors, Oralab, Kings of Ophthalmics, Dawa Limited, and DentMed. We're very grateful for partnering with us to make this a success. For the viewers, we'd encourage you to visit and view the exhibitors' booths. We still have them, even on the virtual conference. So you can do this if you're on laptop. If you look at the left column where there's a list of icons, the 6th icon from the top would be the exhibitor's icon. So if you want to visit the booth anytime during the conference, just click on the exhibitor's icon and you'll be able to access the exhibitor's booth. You can view their products, get their contacts, interact, and engage with them. If you're using a mobile phone to access this conference, go to the bottom left-hand corner of your screen and tap the home icon. It'll take you to the home page. And once you're on the home page, under the additional resources heading, you'll be able to see the exhibitor's icon. Click on that icon and you'll be able to visit the exhibitor's booths, and you can interact with them, see what they're offering this year, get their contacts, and get the best deals from this conference. You're most welcome. Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you very much. The closing opening ceremony is over now, and I'd like you to, at 9 o'clock, please go to the agenda and click on the next session, view session on your computer, or just click on it if you're using the phone. Thank you very much.
We have 6 minutes. Good. Right. Should we take some time to look at the